Husky fans, welcome into another edition of the NIU Spring Football Report. I'm Andy Garcia. Glad you could join us. I hope you're enjoying all the different highlights and videos you're seeing right here in NIU Athletics, right here on YouTube. Different highlights, different packages, not just of football, but all the other sports happening here in the spring. Hope you're enjoying. More is coming for you, so you can enjoy some more, not just NIU football highlights, what's going on with spring practice as it winds up this week, but also some other things, softball, golf, other things happening. That's right here on NIU Athletics, the page right here on YouTube. Big show today. And talk to Nic McKissic Luke, assistant coach. He's a run game coordinator, special teams coordinator, also coaches the running backs. He's going to talk with the running backs and see what they're up to. Also, new special teams this year. We'll talk about that as well. Also, we're going to talk to linebacker Kyle Pugh, now going into his 8th year with NIU football, back here for 2022. He's a fan favorite. We're expecting Kyle to be on the field in 2022 a lot, and we're going to talk to him about that. Also, defensive end Izayah Green-May is going to join us. DN, transferring from Wisconsin. He came in January. This guy's going to make a big impact on the defense. We'll talk to him about that as well. Hopefully, you've been able to get out to some of the spring practices. If you have not, you got to come out Saturday. I know I'm bringing the family. Can't wait to see everybody at Husky Stadium this Saturday, beginning at 10 a.m. for the NIU Football Spring Showcase. Catch the final spring football practice of the season. Bring the family. Check out the Kids Zone. I know my kids will enjoy it. The bounce house, the coloring station, and yard games. That's all coming up on Saturday. Following practice, Husky players will also assist the kids in a victory egg hunt on Brigham Field. Looking forward to it. They're going to have different ages. And again, a lot of kids coming out. Hopefully you can too with your family on Saturday, 10 a.m., Husky Stadium, autograph session as well. And again, new 2022 football schedule posters will be out on Saturday. Husky Stadium, be there at 10 a.m. It's the spring showcase. Coming up now, though, we're going to talk a little running backs, and we'll bring in Coach Nic McKissic Luke. We're joined now by Nic McKissic Luke, assistant coach on NIU football, run game coordinator, special teams coordinator, and also coaches the running backs. Coach, it's great to get you on. And first things first, before we get into everything that you have responsible for football, just tell me, how has spring practice gone? You guys are almost done. Talk about it. How's it gone so far for you guys?
It's been really good. It's been competitive. Coach Ham always talk about, you want the back and forth, and we've seen that as far as offense and defense. Defense had their days, offense had their days. It's been really good. It's been exciting, a lot of energy. The guys have responded well to all the adversity that's coming their way, and they've been executing. It's been really fun.
You have your hands in a little bit of everything, which is nice. The run game coordinator, special teams, also running backs. How do you do each one? How do you balance each of them out on the team?
You just have to have a set schedule. As an offense, we kind of offensive staff, we meet right after practice, go through the film. Then we meet as a special team staff, normally in the afternoon, get through the film. As far as, the running backs, we meet early in the morning before practice. So you kind of, just have a set schedule, and you time it out, and you have to stick to that schedule. So things don't just run right behind each other, and, something runs into the next meeting. But, it's been good. I enjoy it. I'm definitely thankful for it. Coach Ham, he trusts me with all the responsibility that he's given me.
Let's talk about the running backs. And we've seen a lot of Harrison Whaley coming back from the injury. Some of the running backs have been out limited. But talk about the running backs and the fullbacks and the room you have this year.
Excited about the room. This spring, we got hit a little bit of an injury bug, with Mason and Ontario, being out, for the majority of spring ball. But it's good to have Harry back. It's wonderful to see him back, and healthy, and being the same old Harry. He's grown a lot. He's much better than he was, even last fall. We're excited about what he's gonna do, this upcoming season. Ontario and Mason, when they were, practicing, they were showing signs of getting better. They are 2 talented backs as well. So we'll get Mason back here for the last couple of practices. So it's gonna be good to have him back out. And excited about those two and what they're gonna bring. And we added, with the injuries to those two, we added 2 receivers, and we're definitely gonna keep Billy in the room. He's shown that he can be a serviceable piece to our offense. We're excited about having him, in the running back room, and he's a dynamic football player. Brock Lampy is a fullback he is a dude. He's a physical football player. he's a piece that, we're excited about adding our offense. We can get a lot of 21 personnel and use him as a guy that we know is going to do his job.
You're going to miss Clint Rakovich. We're all going to miss him. He was a big part of this team, but it seems like you've got some fullbacks coming in. May not have the experience as maybe a Clint Rakovich, but you seem like you'd be excited about what they can do.
Yeah, we were excited about it. You can't replace Clint, with one guy because of everything that he did. We got to use multiple guys to replace that role. And we have some guys that we feel can do it. When it comes to it, in the fall, they just got to show it. And we'll make sure we do everything we can to get them ready. And I am confident that they will get it done. We just got to do a really good job of putting them in the right places to be successful.
Let's go back to Harrison Whaley just for a second, because you talked about how impressive he looked so far in spring practice. You want to make that jump. He's coming off an injury. Where have you seen Harrison improve since the games we saw him last year?
Probably the biggest thing is just the understanding of our offense. And, that when a running back can really get that true understanding, he can make a big jump, especially, with a guy as talented as Harry is, and with the speed that he has, the ability that he has to make explosive plays. And now he's gotten better at, not always looking for the explosive play. And now knowing that, hey, if I can get 4 here, 3 here, 5 here, and I can turn a 5-yard run into a 7-yard run, now I get into the third and fourth quarter, and now people don't want to tackle me for 4 quarters. Now that they become explosive plays. So he's gotten that, that understanding and his patience, and, he's just made a huge jump, just with his understanding of the offense.
And Coach, it's such a crowded room with those running backs, but you noticed almost all of them came back. They like the competition. They know if they practice well, they're going to get playing time. And even if 1 or 2 running backs get going, there's still opportunities. If you practice, if you play, you're going to get in there. And Coach Hammock has shown everybody that.
Yeah, that's the key to it. You want to have the guys that are not afraid of competition. And, the guys that we have and the guys we have in the room right now and the guys we have coming in, they've shown that they're not afraid of competition. I think it is, a testament to the culture that, Coach Ham has built, as far as those guys sticking around, not knowing how things are going to shape out. But, they enjoy being here. They enjoy the competition, and we're excited about it. It's a crowded room, but, like I always say, this group they're fun to come in with every day. They really are.
Let's move over to special teams and what's been the focus of the special teams in this spring.
The biggest thing this spring is just finding a core group of guys. We've been looking for, guys that we can count on to be 4 core guys for. That has been the big focus this spring, as far as, want to see who we can count on to be core guys. And then, we can implement, from all of our other guys, as far as just plugging them in to make sure we fill out the depth chart. But, it's been good. The guys have competed, every day in special teams. It's been good to be around them and watch them compete. And right now we do have a good feel of who our core guys are going to be.
We move to Matt Ferentz, 5-year starter here, gone, holds every punting record. Eric Cabral, very reliable long snapper. We're going to see some new places or new faces in those places this year in 2022. Who's going to fill those spots?
As far as, with Eric leaving, we right now the guy is Tom Foley. Tom is a guy that, we're excited about him. Tom has a big leg. He's a transfer from Minnesota. He's been here a couple of years. He's been patient, waited his time, and, we're excited about Tom. As far as, replacing Eric Abreu, right now that guy is Isaac Hatfield. And Isaac has done a really good job. He competed with Eric, some this past season, and he really pushed Eric, but we made a decision to stick with Eric, just with the experience of that Eric carried. And we're excited about Isaac, and he's going to be really productive for us.
Yeah, I want to talk about the returners coming back for special teams. They look at both punt and return, got kickoff returners. You got Cole Tucker, you got Trayvon Rudolph. They've been impressive in those positions. Trayvon, we know, can take it to the house anytime he gets his hands on the ball. Will those two still be primary returners for the team?
We'll see. We've discussed, some things with Trey, want to make sure we keep him healthy, to make sure, he can stay heavily involved in our offense. We feel that we may have some other guys that can, create some explosive returns. The other thing, that we get with Trey is, we don't get some of the craziness of teams just spraying the ball around, trying to kick it away from him. So, if we can find another guy that can give us those type of returns, knowing that, if we need Trey, we can put him there. We may do that. That's something that we're still talking about. Cole has been reliable as a punt returner, but we do want to get in a position where, we can get a little bit more explosive there. And, and we want to say, hey, 4 to 5 times this upcoming season, we just want to flip the field on a punt return and get our offense, the ball at the plus 40 to plus 30 off of a big return or score one, So, we're all looking to get a little bit more explosive there. Billy Dozier, he's going to be a guy that we're going to look at there. And of course, Rudolph is another guy that we're going to look at there.
Yeah, it seems like Billy Dozier is going to have a bigger part. I mean, you talked about been moving a little bit from wide receiver to running back, but it seems like you guys want to use Billy Dozier in some different ways this year.
We do. Coach Ham calls him the chess piece. Since we put him over in the running back room, we've seen some more dynamic stuff from him. Some more dynamic play, I should say, from Billy. So, we're excited about, what he can do with the ball in his hands. And, Billy is a competitor. He's a guy that he has a little bit of an alpha male to him, and he's a guy that, we're going to look for, to do a lot of things for us.
Place kicking, John Richardson. I mean, he's so proven. He's that veteran you have, clutch last year. What kind of mentality does he bring to this football team where you just know, he's going to make some big time kicks, but he's got that leadership? But what has John Richardson brought so far this spring?
John is a guy that, what he brings is he brings confidence to your team. He's a guy that, everybody talks about, the when he went viral with,
Did you show him that move, Coach? Was that your move or what? I mean,
nah, that's his. But he's a guy that he's true. He has ice in his veins. He brings confidence to our football team, and there's no doubt that when he steps out there, everybody on the team knows that, hey, he's going to make this kick. And he's a guy that we love having around. Of course, we're going to miss him when he's gone.
Plain and simple, the bread and butter of this team is the run game and running the football, and teams have to find a way to slow it down. But it seems like, I want you to talk about the running back situation, and it's going to be tough for any team to stop what you have back there. But I know the offense wants to be more, hey, if they're going to stop the run, we know Rocky Lombardi can go out there and throw the ball too. But plain and simple, it starts with the run game with NIU. It's been been like that for years. And it just seems like you guys are ready for another fantastic 2022 season in the backfield.
We are, we are, of course, with Coach Ham, that's huge for him, being able to run the football and having great backs. And we play an old school brand of football. We're different than most teams in the country, and we take pride in that. We force teams to, have to play against multiple tight end sets, a pro style offense. And, that's different than most teams in the country, like I said before. And, we're excited about the backs that we have. And of course, as far as the running game, you cannot do it without, the guys up front, the tight ends, Coach Akpalsa and Coach J.O., they do a great job with their guys as far as, in the run game. And a lot of it also has to getting us in the right run calls. So, it's a lot of moving pieces to it, and, everybody has to do their part. And, we're just looking for continued success, which we will have.
I know you're on the offensive side. I know you go back and forth the defense with battles during practice. I'm going to have Kyle Pugh on. I'm going to have Izayah Green-May on. Just talk about why this defense is going to be improved. It's a championship defense. You guys won the MAC championship, not just with your offense, but because of the defense. So what does a guy like Kyle Pugh and a guy like Izayah Green-May bring to this defense?
With Kyle, you bring experience. You bring a guy that, has played a lot of football for this program. You bring a guy that the rest of the teammates know that he's reliable. And you got a guy that has made a bunch of plays for this program. And he's a leader. Kyle is a big piece to not only our defense, but to our football team. With Izayah, you bring in a guy that, of course, transfer from Wisconsin. He's seen things done at a high level. He's going to add an explosive role to our defense. And I think he's going to be a guy that's going to bring, an added pass rush to our defense. So we are excited about those two. Izayah's a kid that he's shown toughness. He's been practicing in the past, few weeks or so, with a broken hand, and he's just shown up every day. He hasn't complained about it. They're huge for our defense.
Coach, looking forward to it this Saturday. Spring Showcase, bringing out the kids. little bit of practice, some Easter egg hunt. I'm going to grab some my own eggs. I'm a little competitive, but that's all right. But appreciate the time. Looking forward to seeing you more, and hope spring practice ends up well, and looking forward to the 2022 season.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. Looking forward to Saturday also. Go Huskies.
Well, you heard Coach McKissic Luke talk a little bit about these two guys, Kyle Pugh and Izayah Green-May. Now we get the chance to talk to him. Kyle Pugh, going into his 8th year senior from Chicago Heights, Bloom Township High School. Career in a nutshell. Let me give you this, because Kyle's been around, right? Kyle's as old as me. All right. No, that's some just joke. But Kyle was a freshman back in 2015, backup at 2016, played in 4 games in 2017, including 11 tackles and NIU's win at Nebraska. 2018 second team All-MAC, 106 tackles. Got injured in 2019 second game. 2020 third team All-MAC, 36 tackles. Got injured in the spring last year. But it's great to have you back, Kyle. You're a fan favorite. People love you. You're a great football player. I can't wait to talk to you. How you been? How's spring practice been so far for you, Kyle?
Oh man, it's been a blessing. Definitely, home for me here in DeKalb. So it's been great to be back around the guys and to be a part of the program still.
Let's bring in Izayah Green-May. Transferred in to NIU back in January. Grad transfer from Wisconsin, Bolingbrook, Illinois, with the Bolingbrook High School. Career started in 2017. Redshirt year at UW. Listed here as a DN. And Izayah, welcome to NIU, and excited. How's it been so far in spring practice?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely feeling the welcome. The guys, they treat me like I've already been a part of the team. It's definitely been a smooth transition, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the culture here. I'm loving everything.
Kyle, why did you want to come back? What made it that you wanted to come back with this team in 2022?
I think for me personally, I was kind of unsatisfied with how my career has been with injuries. Obviously, seeing some success with the program, and kind of grew up, as a man in the program, and I feel like this is still the best environment for me to be in. But yeah, I just didn't like how my career had went with my injuries and things like that. I feel like I could still perform at a high level. So I decided it was still best for me to come back and play here.
And every time we talk about you, Kyle, with anybody, the coaches, your players that you play with, they seem like the leadership, man. You've been here. You know what it takes to get through games, and you've seen the ups and the downs. It just seems like, as much as you do on the field, Kyle, people respect you with your leadership and what you've done off. And that's got to be a big feeling for you, too. And this team wants you around for everything that you do, not just on the field, but off the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely one thing about the time that I've spent, on the sidelines, and because of my injuries and stuff, I've had a lot of time to grow as a teammate, and to learn from, other good leaders through the years, what to do, what not to do. So, I'm just here. Whatever my role is this year, I want to be a good teammate, a good role model, and somebody that can help the team in a lot of different ways.
Izayah, for you, why was NIU a perfect fit for you in 2022?
Absolutely. So, within the first day of my name being in the portal, they were one of the first to reach out. I took my first visit here. I loved what I saw. And on top of all that, like as a cherry on top, they won the MAC and everything. And I ended up going out there to Detroit to watch the game. Me and my girl, we went out there, watched the game, watched the beatdown happen. And, in my head, it was just, this is a place that's trying to give you an opportunity, and the champs are calling. So what are you going to do? And so, I didn't turn them down.
Izayah, what do you bring to this team? You played at a big-time level, Big Ten at Wisconsin. You know a little bit about NIU now. You've talked about that. What do you want to bring to this team?
Absolutely. So this is a young team. Obviously, I'm bringing maturity. I'm going on my 6th year. I want to bring that work ethic here. I want to bring that leadership role here. And as far as, athletic ability, I bring length. I bring speed to the edge. I can set the edge. I can rush the passer. And that's I'm just trying to, help this team in any way I can.
Kyle, for you, I'm sure spring practice kind of helps you get back in it. Were you able to slide right back in it? Is it like putting on a shoe? Can you just kind of slide back in it? Is a lot of the verbiage still the same?
It's a little bit different terminology and different things like that. But at the end of the day, football is football. You got to come in with the right mentality, the right work ethic. And, it's never changing in that sense. So just had to come in with the right mindset and get ready to get back to work.
Kyle, what have you seen from the linebackers so far here in the spring?
Growth and as far as the young group, I've had a chance to get around the guys and help teach, help grow in a way. But I think in the next couple of years, it's going to be sky's the limit that room, and the potential is unlimited as long as they continue to be coachable and stay in their playbooks. I expect great things from the linebacker room.
Izayah, for you, what have you seen so far from the defensive line?
Physicality, for sure. The first word that comes to my head. We got some young guys too that are making some big strides, and obviously we have some some vets in the room too, and Mike Kennedy. And so I'm seeing a lot of athletic ability. I'm seeing a lot of physicality, and I felt like it's the room for me. Let the guys in that room. There's a great culture, with Coach Moore and Coach G. It's definitely a good environment. So I'm loving that room.
Izayah, one of the things about this NIU defense that they've talked about, they want to get more turnovers. They didn't commit and get a lot of turnovers last season, still won the championship, but I know that's been an emphasis going into 2022. How much is that talked about with the coaches on the defensive side? Hey, we've got to get turnovers this year.
Absolutely. It's talked about every day. Having Coach Nick Benedetto come in and the way he's running our defense, it's emphasized every day that, he's freeing us up. So we need to make plays. They fought for this to happen. Coach Nick is working with the D-line coaches to, free us up and, give us that ability. And so, they're not going to go through all that for us, not to work out in the end. So the main thing is success, whatever that looks like, work your tail off and, get turnovers, get to the ball.
For you, Kyle, same way, right? Coaches have talked a lot about getting turnovers, but specifically for you, though, you have some goals for yourself that you come into this season that you want to achieve.
I think my goals align pretty much with the team. As far as getting to the season, winning the first game, and then the second game, and to go from there. But other than that, personally, I just want to. I want to conclude my career here at NIU in a satisfying way, whatever that may be, whatever role I have to embody, whether it be leadership or starter, backup, special teams, whatever the case may be. I want to have a healthy season and just have fun with my friends.
Izayah, we know what you can do on the football field. What do you do away? How do you wind down? You're done with practice and all that. But who's your roommates? Who do you hang out with? And how do you try to wind down from spring practice so far?
Yeah, so no, I'm living with my girl right now. So I don't have any roommates. It's just me and her. I'll come home, tell her about my day, how practice went, vice versa. She'll tell me about work and everything. We transitioned down here together. And so, it's a new environment for her too. But yeah, I just wind down. I got my video game. When COVID happened, we had to be indoors for a while, so you had to cope some way. Got my video game, listen to music. Me and my girl, we're taking up cooking a lot more often, trying not to eat out. But yeah, it's been an opportunity, for growth, for my relationship, away, you know what I'm saying? And so that's how I wind down. Yeah.
That's awesome, Izayah. Kyle, for you, how do you wind down? You're back in the motions, you're going through practice, but how do you take your mind off it a little bit when you get done with practice and just kind of wind down?
I actually had my daughter was born in November. And so, just every time I come off the field or before I go to practice, I'm always calling and just being around her as much as possible. It kind of just reminds me of, at the end of the day, football is still just a game. She's kind of like what grounds me and restarts my day. So it's pretty real. It's real easy to, come off the field and disconnect and wind down when I'm around her.
That's got to help a lot, Kyle. No, being a father myself, I know it doesn't matter what you do around here. They just want your love and attention. And I know that. I understand that too. Right? All right. Some quick ones here. All right. Izayah, what's the music on the warm-up tape? What are you getting hyped up for? What's your music?
I'm Memphis rappers. I'm definitely feeling the Memphis, rap vibe right now. Specifically Key Glock. That's my number one dude I listen to anytime I'm going into something.
All right, Kyle, what's on the warm-up tape? What are you listening to?
I kind of don't really need a lot of music to get hype. My music is kind of mellow to kind of even me out because I'm already a pretty excited guy. So I'm listening to probably something more like Drake or something like that, something with an R&B feel to kind of bring my tempo down a little bit.
Izayah, if you weren't playing football, what would be the sport you'd be playing?
Oof. I think
you got the height. You could be a wrestler. I'm not talking like a college wrestler.
Oh, no.
Pro wrestler, man. Coach Hammock loves those wrestlers. You know that. That's all right.
I think the first other sport that I branched out away from football was track. And I had some success there. I only did it my freshman year, and I was 1 inch away to breaking like the fresh off record for high jump.
All right.
But I would say, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if I would have took track that serious. I'm really not sure. I really don't know.
That's all right. You're good at football. That's all that matters, right? Kyle, for you, what sport would you be playing if you weren't playing football?
I would like to say basketball. Coming from Chicago Heights, we all pretty much have hoop dreams, but I kind of stopped growing vertical and start going this way. So, I think I would like to say basketball.
That's right. One final one for you guys. We're coming up on Easter, right? We're finishing up spring practice. We've got Easter coming up on Sunday. Izayah, what is your favorite Easter candy?
Easter candy?
Yes. Some good ones, right? What stands out for Easter candy for you?
I think what always stands out are like the Peeps. You never eat. I never eat them, but they're just cool to look at. They have cool color. I don't know. But my go-to, I like Tootsie Rolls.
All right, good. Those are good. I like that. Kyle, for you, as we wrap it up, what's your favorite Easter candy? You got
one? Reese's Cups.
Well, that's where me right there.
Yeah.
Reese's Cups is the best. Yes, Tootsie Rolls are good, Izayah, but that's the winner right there. Well, I appreciate the time, Kyle. Yeah, I appreciate the time, Kyle and Izayah. And again, we're looking forward to it. I know that defense was good last year. You guys want to improve for this year. Kyle, it's great to have you back, man. We're looking forward to having you back. And Izayah, we've heard a lot about you. You played some big-time football. I know fans are looking forward to you and putting the pressure on the quarterback this year, guys. I appreciate the time and looking forward to seeing you guys on Saturday for the spring showcase.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Great to hear from Kyle Pugh. Great to hear from Izayah Green-May as they talk about the defense and just what they're going through and what they want to do here with that NIU defense. Great to have Kyle back. 8th year at NIU, and Izayah Green-May is going to do some big-time things on the D-line for the Huskies. Couple things to want to mention before we wrap things up on this spring football report. Again, can't wait to see everybody out on Saturday at Husky Stadium. It's the spring showcase, Saturday, 10 a.m., NIU Football Spring Showcase, the final spring practice of the season. Bring the family. Check out the kids zone with the bounce house, coloring station, yard games. Following the practice, Husky players will assist the kids in an Easter egg hunt, victory egg hunt on Brigham Field. Looking forward to that, followed by an autograph session, and the new 22 schedule posters will be out as well. Fans can also tour the premium areas and even watch practice from the Skybox, plus check out the Coaches Club and purchase your 2022 football season tickets on the spot, because this is going to be a season you're not going to want to miss. Coach Hammock has talked about already. He had 2022 marked in his calendar a couple of years ago. They won the championship last year, expecting big things again here coming up in 2022. Also, the spring showcase is a great day to renew or purchase tickets for the 2022 NIU football season. Season tickets offer the best value as opposed to purchasing a ticket for just 1 or 2 games. With season tickets, see every game as little as $15 per ticket with the Husky plan, which includes a minimum of 4 season tickets in section A or G for $88 each. Or get a great reserve season ticket in sections C, D, or E between the 35s for just $27 per game. See members of the NIU ticket staff in the concourse behind section D on Saturday to purchase or renew season tickets on the spot. Also, again, if you're not coming out on Saturday, you can purchase season tickets online anytime, NIUHuskies.com/tickets, or call 815-753-PACK. That's 877-537-225 during regular business hours. Season ticket members can renew their season tickets for 2022 by logging in to their My Huskies account, and Husky Athletic Fund members, check your mailboxes early next week for the brand new 2022 HAF brochure. Really looking forward to it. Again, come out Saturday. I'm bringing the kids. It should be a fun time. Starts at 10 a.m. for the spring showcase. Want to thank Nic McKissic Luke, assistant coach, run game coordinator, special teams coordinator, also running backs coach, for joining me. Also, linebacker Kyle Pugh and defensive end Izayah Green-May for joining me on the NIU Spring Football Report. We'll have one more next week. We're hoping to have Coach Hammock on, kind of just recap what happened in spring practice. You should see that next week. Don't forget, subscribe to this NIU YouTube channel, NIU Athletics. Subscribe, get all the latest highlights, different things right here on this YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you next week. Until then, get out here on Saturday, the Husky Stadium, watch the final spring practice. Go Huskies.